matters.
Pakra, the representative of the Director General of RIPO, the colleagues seated here at the high table, and other delegates in our midst. Allow me to write on the protocols that have been established by the moderator of the program, who is my brother. Dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank you today for making time to be a part of us. But before I proceed with my statement, allow me to be just a little bit mischievous and abuse the media a little bit. Now, I was coming from a certain place 2 days back. I was in a different country. I'll say the same words I said to my colleagues in the Holy Hall. That as many of you have come from different parts of the world, others within the region, others from Europe, and other places, today we must make a difference. Let's make what we have come for be practical and a living reality in the creators and innovators' lives. 2 years ago, I attended an event like this in Vicforstown in Zimbabwe. Last year I was represented, and here we are hosting today. Ladies and gentlemen, as we enhance copyrights, we need to understand why we are doing it. It is to support the innovators and creators of the same copyright we are talking about, to protect them, improve their way of life and the standards of lives. We can only achieve that if we really draw lessons from those that have achieved it ahead of us. I listened to the registrar when he gave examples of Nigeria, South Korea, South Africa, and many other places. Right where I was seated, something was ringing in my mind. Many times we play music of our singers on YouTube and many other places. And I think, when we play those songs, do they get a penny out of it? Like their counterparts in different countries, zero. I think my challenge to us as a team, both the public and private sector, as well as my beloved media friends, we need to put our heads together and see that every creator, every innovator gets a benefit from their work. The moment they will get a benefit out of it, it will enhance the preservation of our culture, like was said by my other speakers. It will encourage young innovators to venture into the sector. It will motivate, and there will be role models to the, is it Gen Z? I bet there's now a generation that's called Gen Z. It will be a motivation to the Gen Z. I only knew about the millennials. Recently, my daughter was telling me, no, we are Gen Z. I don't know what that really means. We don't want the Gen Z to go and rally in the streets and throw stones. But let the innovators and the creators of content inspire them to do things right. But they will only do this if we, the policymakers, the decision makers, will protect them and charter a way forward to a better livelihood for themselves. I look forward to a time when singers, actors, and many others will not do it for a part-time, but it will be a full-time livelihood for themselves. Because it is something that is upholding who we are. When you were speaking, DG, and my dear brother here, you talked about culture, and I was thinking, who are we as Zambians? What are we identified with? What is it that I would do, or just walk in the streets and somebody say that I'm a Zambian? Culture is important. The biggest disseminator of who we are the actors and the singers. I took myself back and I was just thinking about Dubai and the Middle East. The lovely gentlemen, they are in their robes that they've dressed from way time immemorial. They've upheld them. And we fly to go and see them dressed in their robes. That's how we uphold culture. And I was thinking, what is our fidelis here? I don't know where they are. We need to do those copyrights and content. Today, our own cultural heritage fidelis are printed elsewhere without Zambia getting a penny out of it. Those are copyrights that we should protect. And that's a heritage we should protect. So ladies and gentlemen, it's my role and responsibility as your public servant in the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry to make sure that we come up with policies and legislation that protects what we are talking about here today. But we do not have the monopoly of wisdom as your public servants. It's for this cause that the President has created what we are calling the Public Dialogue Forum, where players like yourself bring in ideas, knowledge and wisdom of what we can enshrine in the policy content to protect the people that we are here for. So we are very open to listen and learn from yourselves so we can take these legislative policies that you want on your behalf to Parliament, to Cabinet, so that we protect the people we are talking about. So we uphold our culture, we uphold our heritage, and the world should hear from us. And it is for this cause that I say, let this meeting be a different one from the rest that we have held. Because it is a meeting that will come up with practical, tangible results, where our innovators, our actors, our players, our musicians, our writers will see that they have got a different tune in life from the meetings that have been held before, as opposed to this one that have been held today. I just want to conclude by encouraging every one of you that have come. Most importantly, people that have come from different countries. I said it in a joking way earlier, but I meant it. Please, I want to thank the Director General for PACRA, who deliberately chose this venue, which is surrounded by so many banks around here. And he told me that each one of these guests that have come, they've come with MasterCard, Visa, and all of them. Please visit the ATM cards there. After the banks, there were shopping malls all over. Please write down these shopping malls and visit them. East Park Mall,